So all you dumb motherfuckers that's like still depending on posting right now, and you're not thinking about a game plan on how to transition, you the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. It's like you think that you got something going on in your head that the feds ain't prepared for, that the feds ain't 2 steps ahead of. You dig? You dealing with the alphabet boys. This ain't some shit where, oh, Backpage just decided to shut down. No, the feds got involved. The feds is the reason why the motherfuckers are shut down. So you think that they gonna let another website rise up in the same way that Backpage did? You crazy. They finna shut any possibility of that shit happening again down. That's over with. It's time to transition. You dig? They about to have reforms and amendments and new laws, whatever it is that they got to do. It's going to come to a point where advertising escorts online is going to be either completely illegal, or it's going to be so regulated that it ain't going to even be worth it to fuck with. You know, a bitch ain't going to be able to survive on there. Or it's going to have a lot of rules that a motherfucker just ain't willing to fuck with, you dig? And if the rules is violated, it's some like ridiculous consequences to the shit, like 1 million years in prison if you don't follow these rules type of shit. So, you dig? That's coming. And it's not far down the road. I'm telling you, mark my words, remember this video. What's today? January 10th, 2017. By the end of 2017, there will be no more posting ads for adult services on the internet. That shit is about to be completely over with. You dig? Any possibility of that is finna be done. So, you know, you might still have the possibility to post today as it is right now as I'm speaking. You might still be able to post an ad, but the shit is coming to an end. And only a dumb motherfucker would still depend on that. If you still depending on that and you're not thinking about, let me get ready to make my transition like this, you know, I'm gonna have this going on and this is gonna parlay into that. If you're not coming with no plan and no strategy on how to transition out of this shit, you're stupid as fuck. But it's a lot of motherfuckers like that call themselves being in the game right now. You dig? So I'm just really glad that this shit is happening right now, because a lot of the motherfuckers who ain't really about this life, that this shit is just a lack of a better option for them. You know, if they had something better to do, they'd be doing it. The motherfuckers who this shit is just kind of like a fad to them, it's trendy, it's the happening thing to do right now, is be a pimp and a hoe. I'm glad this is happening, because all of y'all motherfuckers is finna have to find something else to do. Or you're going to make such a dumbass mistake that you're going to end up in the penitentiary forever. So, I'm glad that it's shutting all that down, because there won't be another new wave of motherfuckers who think it's cool to be a pimp. And from that, you know, they would be selling dope, or they would be robbing people, or they would be doing this and doing that otherwise. But, you know, pimping look cool. You get to deal with bitches. Bitches like you and give you money. So let me be a pimp. It's not going to be another new wave of that shit. So I'm glad about that. You know, I'm real glad about that. But the motherfuckers that's involved right now, you know, it's either sink or swim, and most of them is going to sink. So I'm glad about that too. You dig? It's going to get back to a point where, you know, when it comes to the pimping, it's a secret society. And when it comes to hoes, it's going to be less punks in the game. See, and I know a lot of motherfuckers is thinking that, you know, tracks everywhere across America is going to be on full. And it might be true to an extent, but it's not going to be how everybody thinks it is. All these bitches that's on the internet, when it comes to a point where they can't post no ads no more, they not all finna just go outside, because a lot of them, they just ain't got the nerve for the curb, you dig? They ain't got the heart to go outside and get it like that. So a lot of bitches is gonna go back to their mama's house. A lot of bitches is gonna get jobs. A lot of bitches is gonna get on welfare if they ain't already. GR. Basically, most of them is finna punk out. But for those of them that do go to the blade, you gotta understand that's not good, because they still don't like the pimping. It's not like just because Backpage is over with that they like the pimping all of a sudden. They've been despising the pimping. They're going to keep despising the pimping. Now, some of them might just wake up and see the light and say, you know what, maybe I should fuck with a pimp. But the majority of them ain't. That's going to be a small minority. The majority of them that do end up going to the track, they bringing their boyfriends with them. And their boyfriends ain't got no type of understanding about the game. So when they get into a conflict type situation, they don't come with this. They come with this, or they come in with this. You know, the only thing they understand is violence 9 times out of 10, because, you know, they protecting their boo thing, they protecting their baby, you dig? And that's what they see it as, you know. They can't stomach the fact of another pimp trying to have a bitch. So, you know, a lot of pimps is probably gonna end up getting into situations with these boyfriends because they sweating these dudes' girlfriend and baby mama and wife or whatever it is, the love of their life. So it's gonna be a lot more violence on the track. This is what I'm predicting. You dig? Unfortunately, you know, it's just gonna be a lot of ugly shit going on. But hopefully, this part of the game becomes infectious throughout the game. Hopefully, people understand that you have to have professionalism about yourself. You dig? See, because that's why Backpage it couldn't last, it couldn't survive, because there were too many unprofessional motherfuckers on there. There were too many unethical motherfuckers on there, and that's why that shit is over with. See, if it was the flip side of the coin, if Backpage was majority ethical and professional motherfuckers on there, there wouldn't have been a whole bunch of exploitation of minors. It wouldn't have became a problem. You know, the shit would have been tolerable, so the feds wouldn't have came for it. You dig? So hopefully, the people that's in this situation where it's hurting them right now, hopefully they come to a point where they say, well, you know what, damn, I need to strengthen my character. I need to have some professionalism about myself. I need to have some game about myself. I need to develop my expertise so that I can be seen as a professional and regarded as a professional. And that way I ain't got to compromise and settle and do a whole bunch of shit I don't want to do, like GFE, you know, raw dogging and all that type of shit for peanuts, for next to nothing, for $20 and $30. You know, basically what I would like to see is a cleansing of the game. Wash all the bullshit out with this Backpage shit. Let all the bullshit get washed out with it. Backpage is gone. Let all the GFE shit be gone with it. Let all the $20 and $30 specials be gone with it. Let all the dope fiend bitches having a place to get their money at. Let all that shit be gone. All these, you know, dope fiend bitches, this trading. That's another thing I'm glad that it's not gonna be going on no more. Bitches doing sexual favors in exchange for drugs. Let all that shit die with Backpage, you dig? And replace that with ethics and professionalism and game. You dig? And you're going to get all of that, like I say all the time, putting some vitamin P in your life. Put some vitamin P in your life. Get with you some ism. If you're a young lady, you know what I mean, this situation is affecting you right now and you don't know what to do, the best thing that you can do is get with some ism, and get with some ism the right way. You know, you got to be fully cooperative. You got to understand that he's the leader. He's the one with the vision, and there's a reason for that. He's got the foundation for you to build from. You dig? Be smart for once in your life, because most of the bitches that was on Backpage, you was just doing a bunch of dumb shit, and Backpage kind of allowed for that type of shit to go on. But it's only so long that type of shit can go on. Just like if you try to transition into getting down on the streets. If you come to the streets with the same shit that you was doing on Backpage, you're not going to survive. It's not going to last. All kind of bad shit is going to happen to you. You know what I mean? You got to have professionalism in whatever it is that you're doing. So, like I say, the best thing for a bitch dealing with this situation to do is right now, put some ism in your life. and come correctly. Don't be selfish. Be cooperative. You know what I mean? And like I say all the time, when you stand for less, you fall for more. So figure out all the things that you want in life, and then figure out how you can cooperate with the right person in order to get those things in life, so that when you stand for these things, you won't fall for somebody who's not also standing for these same things and even greater things. You dig? So what I'm saying is, basically, when you choose some ism, you know, don't just come to the party like looking around, seeing what type of food you can eat, and you ain't brought nothing to the table. No, come to the party with something that you could put on the table yourself. Don't be selfish. Don't be a scavenger. You know what I mean? Don't be looking for a ready-made situation that was already built off the next bitch's hoeing, and you trying to come in and you ain't trying to build nothing yourself, but you want to ride the coattail of this last bitch's hoeing or these other bitches hoeing, and just be comfortable and be able to brag and have the prestige and everything, all the good, you know, benefits and privileges that come with a good situation. You dig? Don't be afraid to build something. You know what I mean? Because that is just fucked up, because Backpage it's created a culture of something for nothing. You dig? The whole culture with Backpage is something for nothing. You dig? You ain't got to be smart. You ain't got to be professional. You ain't got to be ethical. You ain't got to have standards. You ain't got to have integrity. All you got to do is post an ad and get some money. You could be a nothing ass bitch, have nothing good going on about you, but post an ad and get some money. That's something for nothing. You dig? And it's fucked up that Backpage created that type of culture. But what I'm saying is, a smart bitch would understand that about herself, understand what she's become accustomed to, and get away from that. Understand that in order to have great things, things of value, they come with a price. And the price is you being ethical. The price is you being professional. The price is you having some game about yourself. The price is you not being selfish. Because another thing I'm glad about with this Backpage shit when it comes to being selfish, one thing I'm glad about for sure is all these deadbeat ass moms that was posting ads on Backpage, you know, on Snapchat, on the gram, you know, flexing and flossing and all this type of shit. And meanwhile, they got kids that they not taking care of, and their kids are somewhere with somebody else, and they just like then abandon the whole responsibility of taking care of this kid just so they can have glory on social media and look like they this big bad bitch checking all the money in the world on Backpage. I'm so glad that these deadbeat ass moms can't fuck with it no more. That's another thing that I'm extremely glad about. So for you type of bitches, know what I mean? Understand that you're gonna have to be responsible. You dig? You're gonna have to be integral. You know, selfish motherfuckers don't get nowhere. You dig? People with no game are meant to stay at the bottom. If you look at any walk of life, any walk of life that you have, motherfuckers is with no game, this lazy, this stupid, that ain't ambitious, that ain't got nothing going on, that's selfish, that just don't have no regard for nothing. Them motherfuckers is meant to stay at the bottom. There's nobody like that who's at the top. Motherfuckers at the top are the people with game, the people with professionalism about themselves, and the people that think about more than just themselves. You dig? People that when they get involved in a situation, they thinking about all the aspects of the situation besides just their own. They're looking at shit from other perspectives besides just their own, because they understand that considering every other aspect of the situation is going to help them, is going to be to their advantage. You dig?